A first court appearance today for the man accused of intentionally starting the Cranston fire in Idlewild.
This happened as firefighters continue to battle the out-of-control blaze. Here's the very latest from the fire lines. More than 11,500 acres have been burned so far. 6,000 people have been evacuated and nearly 5,000 structures are threatened. The suspect has now been charged with 15 felony counts.
Danya Bacchus is live outside the Murrieta Courthouse with more. Danya.
And Brandon McGlover pleaded not guilty to those 15 felony counts he now faces, but those charges could actually increase. Officials say since the Cranston fire is ongoing, there is no way to tell the full extent of his alleged crime. With his attorney by his side, 32-year-old Brandon McGlover said he was not responsible for starting the devastating Cranston fire. McGlover's family, who was in court and didn't want to go on camera, speaking through his attorney.
On behalf of Brandon and his family, our thoughts and prayers are with those that are fighting these fires and the families that have been affected by them. Okay. And our hope is that if these were intentionally set, that the person who set them is found so that they can't do it again.
The Cranston fire, just one of 9 prosecutors say McGlover intentionally started, is currently burning out of control. 5 homes have been destroyed, more than 12,000 acres scorched, hundreds of homes threatened, and thousands in Idlewild and the surrounding communities forced to evacuate. Right now, McGlover faces 15 felony counts, but that could change.
Ongoing crime. It's a continuing crime because if anything else should happen, the damage increases, if there's any injuries, etc., then we can amend the complaint and add additional charges.
PETA is pushing for additional charges against McGlover, saying cruelty to animals should be added to the charges brought against him since animals have lost their homes and lives in the fire. McGlover faces a potential life sentence. He is now being held on a $3.5 million bond. His next court appearance is scheduled for September 24th. Reporting live from Temecula, Danya Bacchus, Fox 11 News.
One firefighter has died battling the massive car fire burning in Shasta County. It started Monday. So far, it has already scorched more than 44,000 acres. The fire 3% contained. It's destroyed and damaged 120 homes and buildings. Another 5,000 structures, though, are threatened.
And of course, that's always a risk here in Southern California as well.
Fire's burning everywhere.
And we've had a heat wave this week. So hopefully, Pablo, we have some cooler temperatures, maybe some moisture out there.
Vanessa, temperatures along the coast finally starting to break somewhat. And we're getting back down near normal. The problem is inland numbers are going to soar over the weekend once again. In fact, that excessive heat warning for the high and low deserts now extended through Sunday evening. Do have some clouds up and down the coast from Ventura all the way down towards San Clemente. We talked about that excessive heat warning. There it is right on through Sunday evening up in the Antelope Valley there. The air quality not too good as well for breathing due to the smoke from the fires. 84 downtown LA today. You want average? You got it. 84 is what we normally see this time of year. Record 102, 72 your out the door temperature this morning. All right, let's take a look at the first half of the weekend, see how those numbers shake out. 102 at Santa Clarita, 106 at Lancaster, 75 at Oxnard, not bad there. Inland Empire over 100 at Ontario, Hesperia, Hemet, Barstow, Cookin, as well as Palm Springs. We're going to come back with your full forecast, including my 7-day outlook in the second half hour. I'll see you then.
All right, Pablo, thank you. The cross-country search for the suspected dating site killer has ended here in L.A. He's wanted on the East Coast for raping and killing 2 women. Hal
Eisner joins us from North Hollywood with more. Hal?
Yeah, Tuesday, Daniel Drayton, the New Haven, Connecticut man, was arrested here in North Hollywood. He was supposed to be in an L.A. courtroom today, but he refused to leave his jail cell and go. Judge not too happy about that. And this happening on the same day that the fathers of one of his alleged victims spoke out in New York.
He's a monster. That's what he is.
That's the father of 29-year-old Samantha Stewart, who was found dead in her Queens, New York home July 17th, authorities saying she was strangled.
Right now, the whole week, I'm running around making funeral arrangements for Samantha. You know, it's hard, man. It's somebody who
The suspect, 27-year-old Daniel Drayton, was also tied to a Brooklyn rape by DNA and connected to both crimes.
2 independent investigations, as they progressed, led our detectives to one and the same individual. That individual was tracked across the country. He was apprehended this week in California.
When found Tuesday in North Hollywood by a regional task force on the hunt for Drayton, police say he had another woman tied up in a motel room and was in the commission of another crime, and that's why he was due in an LA court.
We are asking for any and all victims.
New York officials say Drayton used social media apps like Tinder to find his victims. They allege he could be a serial killer and may be linked to as many as 7 other murders. Authorities say he has a long rap sheet dating back to 2011 in New Haven, Connecticut, that includes strangulation, 2 incidents of unlawful restraint, violating an order of protection, conspiracy to commit burglary, and harassment. And on June 30th, just 4 weeks ago, he was arrested in Nassau County and charged with strangulation. And after his LA legal matters are wrapped up here, police in New York say they intend to have him extradited back to New York for trial there.
The system failed us, because if they had kept this guy in jail, who they know have a rap sheet, or the criminal justice know he have a rap sheet, he would be still behind bar. You can't let a person like this walk out of jail scotch-free without a band. My daughter would be living today.
Again, Daniel Drayton is in jail here in Los Angeles. He was expected in an LA courtroom today in Van Nuys, but he didn't show up because he didn't want to, according to the bailiff. That caused Judge Leland Harris to sign an extraction order. And what that basically means is on Monday, he is, according to the judge, to be extracted from that jail cell and put in that courtroom, however it's to be done, whether he likes it or not. In North Hollywood, Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News.
Hal, thank you. The manhunt continues for the man who brutally attacked an off-duty LA County Sheriff's deputy this morning. It happened in Boyle Heights on East 1st Street. The deputy was not in uniform but walking to work when the suspect attacked him with a sharp object.
We do train for these types of incidents. Of course, we always plan for these to be on duty and never to be off duty, but we're always called to be ready at any given notice. And absolutely, like you said, he's young, fit, and definitely helps.
Luckily, the deputy only suffered minor injuries. Investigators describe the fight between the men as a knockout, drag-out battle.
More trouble at the site of Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame after an all-out brawl late last night between the president's opponents and supporters.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Just wild and unbelievable that no one was seriously hurt in this fight, even though it did take a particularly dirty turn when one man was kicked in the head. There were no arrests. Earlier this week, you may remember, a vandal destroyed Donald Trump's star with a pickaxe. Harvey Levin from TMZ will be here later in this newscast to talk about that massive brawl.
Surprising that nobody was arrested and that nobody was injured, considering that video.
Where are the police?
Right.
Exactly. This is a very popular tourist area, right? Where are the authorities?
They should stay there permanently.
There should be. Also, all right, coming up next, big birds on the run. Watch as ostriches hit the streets. We got the video.
Tease.
It is.
And speaking of bizarre escapes, wait until you see what happens when one prisoner tries to jump from a moving car. I'm going to guess it's not going to go well. We'll be right back.
Yeah.